Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you here, and I will be pulling cards for all 12 signs as well after the read. So stay tuned if you'd like to hear that. If you should like to meet with me for a session, all my information is below, twinflames3344.com, as well as twinflames3344 at gmail.com. And my CD is out there if you'd like to clear some old energies. My songs will definitely help you do that. It's called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. It's under Evelyn Stainthorpe as well. So if you'd like to support me, that's a great way to do it, and you're actually getting something for the dollar that you spend. And that is at Google Play, Amazon, CD Baby, and iTunes. Okay. So today is October 16, 2019. It is the 16 of the tower energy coming in. So sudden events, epiphanies, anything sudden. It doesn't have to be negative, but it's usually a big clearing effect. And today the energy is the 38 of the Queen of Cups. Just double checking on that. Yeah, 38. 38 is the Queen of Cups. So we have the Tower and the Queen of Cups. So that could be an epiphany about feelings of love and nurturing, intuition, and just any other big events around feeling loving and nurturing. So let's see what happens today. The masculine read today, again, it's a general read, and it's for the Divine Masculine. So it's the Divine Masculine within the masculines, but also within the feminines, for the Twin Flame community. The Divine Masculine read was done at 11:04 to 5. So we have 11 of the Justice, and then the 4 and 5 of the Emperor and the Hierophant. They very much came up today, side by side, actually. And the major arcana were the Shadow and the Transition in the main part of the read. Shadows like the Devil, transitions like the Death card. So that could represent sudden death as well. Before the read, we had the Chariot, and after the read, Alchemy and Indigo came up. Alchemy is like the Temperance card, Indigo like the Magician. There were 3 wands, 2 cups, 2 swords, 2 pentacles. So very well balanced and distributed. Mostly wands though, which is about action and passion and creativity. The court cards here were the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. We also had before the read the King of Wands and the King of Cups, so 3 cups involved here, or 3 kings involved here, and then after the read the Knight of Wands came up, which brings in 2 knights, 1 queen and 1 page. The numbers here, there wasn't a lot of numbers going on in the read today, but the code line was all about the number 2, new beginnings, and pride. And the 2 is the High Priestess, so very feminine energy today with the Queen of Cups and the Tower. And also the numbers 3222 came up, which is 32 and 22, the 6 of Wands and the Fool. And then we also had 2 and 4, which is the High Priestess and the Emperor, as well as 47, the 7 of Cups, 78, which is the 10 of Pentacles, 810, so skipping the 9 with 810, I was just getting that now. So with a focus on the 9 of compassion and endings, and then the 10, begin again. 10 is that high vibration, so keep your vibration high. As in regards to the new beginnings and the pride, the code line was all about Mama. So Ma's been coming up a lot in these reads, and Mama and the Divine Feminine come up here. So it's even the mother within the Divine Feminine that the masculine needs right now. Being wise, clear, the queen of the 2 seekers of thought and words who need to toggle up to Jesus, okay? So it's saying you're getting in your headspace right now, so the masculine may need mothering right now, so it has to do with staying in your high vibration of the feminine energy to toggle up and get out of your head, your thoughts and your words. So we start out here with the 4 of Wands. All right, so we have the 4 of Wands here. The underlying energy here is the Chariot, and then we have 2 kings, the King of Wands, which is the shaman energy there, and the King of Cups, and then the 4 of Flames there, which is like the 4 of Wands. It is the Syrian Starseed deck as the main deck. We also have several other decks out on the table. We have the Rider-Waite Mini, we have the Universal Golden Tarot, we have the Gilded Tarot, the Tarot Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, and the Romance Angels. So starting with the Four of Wands, which is upright today. The Chariot was reversed. The King of Wands here was upright, and the King of Cups was upright here. And all four kings were upright in the main part of the read. But in the underlying energy, the King of Wands and the King of Cups, which came up side by side twice, they were reversed around the Empress upright. So there's some issues between the Empress, possibly a child as well there, and then the Kings of Wands and Cups were both reversed there. There's definitely issues between the King and Queen of Wands who are both reversed in that early energy. But through most of the read, the four kings came up upright. However, the Queen of Wands is reversed. And I think all the kings and queens were upright except for the Queen of Wands. The Empress was reversed and the Emperor was reversed. There's a lot of negative patriarchy energy here with the Hierophant, the Magician, and the Emperor all reversed together. You see right in front of you here. Okay. So starting off with the Four of Wands, the home, the union, the family, the party, the celebration, broken, breakdown, a canceled move or trip of the King of Wands and King of Cups, or stuck at home without a car, resisting change or one near death, or dead tired, clarity received in order to make a decision about a secret high priestess or psychic abilities, or the Viking princess. In a turn of fate, things slow or slow motion, fell on face, fell from grace, or lacking faith and falling into their trap, or your own self-sabotage, anxieties, or actual prison or house arrest. The Fool got caught. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, and Aries here. Possibly Divine Masculine fell into the King of Wands and King of Cups trap, set up by the Mother, Mama, and the Viking princess, which could come up as that Queen of Wands reversed. And often in my reads, the Queen of Wands reversed along with the Empress together would come up as the mother and daughter team. Okay. So the Empress, it's interesting, came up upright in that underlying energy when the two men were reversed, the King of Wands and King of Cups. But in the read, she's reversed and they're upright. So obviously she's coming up as a controlling person here. And the Dark Empress comes up as well. There could be two different Empresses here, or it could be two sides of the same person. So expressing feelings around the world or with the sealed Divine Feminine, energy exchange, a lot of back and forth, whether it's communication or physical travel, activities. The King of Cups, it may even look like the King of Cups is talking to himself, but he's actually talking to his Divine Feminine. Or it could be a father who's talking to themselves because they're losing their mind. The Knight in Shining Armor comes up rushing into home with truth to the High Priestess depressed with loss of hope, or the King of Cups at least thinking of doing this, or an air sign thinking of doing this on behalf of the King of Cups, is rushing home to tell the High Priestess or tell the secret truth while the King of Wands and King of Cups are hiding in another room. So it can be several different situations. This could be somebody rushing into the Divine Masculine's home, somebody else's home, or the Divine Feminine's home, but with the truth. And it's coming from the King of Cups and the Divine Feminine and their connection with each other, that energetic exchange, whether it's the masculine and the feminine or someone else who's been going back and forth with someone around the world. But the truth coming into a home, whether it's a physical home where the King of Wands and King of Cups are, who may be broke down or without a car and can't get out, or it could be the mother's home that two brothers are living in. Or it could be the Divine Feminine's home where the masculine's coming with a friend to speak to the Divine Feminine. So there's a lot of different scenarios that can come up there, but it's very consistent with the King and Queen, the two Kings of Cups and Wands, and the Empress, okay? As well as the Queen of Wands reversed. They're all in the situation there together. So this King of Wands and King of Cups could be hiding in the other room, the car broke down, or a conversation about the King of Wands and King of Cups broken down, broken up, canceled move or trip, and the High Priestess or Viking princess depressed. Or the King of Cups gets the King of Wands to go to the house and tell the High Priestess the truth The Divine Masculine goes in while the other stays in the car, or two went but the car broke down on the way, so they never made it. Aquarius with hooks in him. Didn't you, dear? You almost had me roped and tied. Oh, so that's coming up from Elton John. I'm thinking, if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But the third eye hook was coming up as the karmic putting a hook or an implant in the third eye of the masculine, needing to clear waters that are tainted. A dead bird by this water in the ground may be a clue. The Divine Masculine out reaping rewards, working in the yard, leaning on a hoe, or daydreaming of how to go forward and what he has left. The Emperor reversed, the Magician reversed, and the Hierophant reversed are coming up all together, three possibly evil men, or the fall of the patriarchy. How to protect children from them, and the fall of the patriarchy, as the Emperor is out of control, the Magician a master manipulator, and the Hierophant a tainted religious leader. A businessman, a politician, or police, and religious leader all in cahoots, no bed of roses, with brothers of another mother, or twins, or brotherhood of a religious group, a boys' club, or gentlemen's club, where there are no gentlemen there. Lizard skin boots and venereal disease, or tainted sperm, or your children related by blood to a dark group. War of the Roses in living color. Red, red, red coats are coming. And then it was at 1144, justice, and the 44 is the Four of Cups, mastering, grounding, and integrating. So the children come up as the underlying energy, that your children are affecting your love life. Beneath that was reconciliation, so there may have been a reconciliation for the children. Standing up for self, keeping friends close but enemies closer, the Page of Wands is inspired to detox the dark, ground and integrate an offer of love, of the Queen of Swords speaking her truth and trying not to look in the mirror. The karmic blocking him at the gate. She keeps manipulating him back in and calling divine feminine names. The Divine Masculine stands at the gate with the devil reversed on one side, the karmic promising to change, and the Queen of Swords on the other side grieving the things he's said about her behind her back and not sticking up for her when people laughed at her and said awful things. The gate of sweet tweets and what to believe, but the karmic's right there, knowing all the right buttons to push, and his own fears, what her family would do to their kids if he's not there. Scissors, magnets, coin, pincushion, candle, bell, rock, paper, scissors. When all else fails, just pick one and go. The Divine Masculine, the karmic has objects on the stone pillar at the gate to manipulate your comings and goings, and water gate, stone and brick, entrapment, revenge. The devil tells you the other's a devil to keep you distracted while they get their vengeance on you. Or they could be casting spells or doing voodoo that she learned in Paris, perhaps. The devil marking their territory with pee, or animals peeing on your special plant or weed. Abundance comes up as number 88, and beneath that, adventure, 55. 55 is the Ace of Swords, the truth. And the 8-8 is the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine standing side by side, balanced in their dancing of their masculine and feminine within. The Page of Pentacles with two feathers in their cap and peacock at side of questionable intent. And she's looking back at him like, what, me? Choosing a new path now with clarity of information about the King of Cups reversed, the financial problem, or cause of delayed new start. The Empress ringleader, spinning the ring with her fingers, manipulating others with a smile on her face, fiery chick, or casting spells so the King of Wands reversed will fail and lose all his money. The King of Wands reversed is angry due to loss of money income or Empress refusal of a loan or money or delaying a new life. A scoundrel is on the loose, gold mesh and gold-studded collar that's red. Taurus Gemini, a thorn in his crown. She is controlling. The King of Wands is fuming. She knows his chart and his poor Jupiter placement. The King of Wands reversed is home angry at the Empress, controlling the King of Wands and the King of Cups, both reversed here in the underlying energy. Maybe she owns the house and or the car, and the boys are broke and dependent on her. Or someone is Cancer here, or dealing with Cancer, and that's at 1209. 12 is the Hangman, 9 is the Hermit. So usually the King of Wands is coming up here as a good shaman, and the King of Cups a loving man, except when the Empress is around, controlling them, especially in their own home, dictating. Aquarius with depression issues, always on the rampage. Aquarius, Taurus with Aries or Gemini or Virgo in chart, vengeful War of the Roses, widow with abundance, controls the divine masculine with money. Not 8-8, but pretends to be. The recent energy here is the Queen of Wands reversed, with a big head, a new idea, or awakened to the third energy, or a new passion. A message, news of choosing left, the new, the divine feminine, the new passion, detoxing deception of the War of the Roses, now ended. The King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, at home depressed, possibly mother and a brother live with them, or they're over a lot. The foundation is the Seven of Pentacles, which in the Syrian Starseed deck for me is the Divine Feminine's heart. The Divine Feminine's heart is his home here, reaping rewards of a home paid off, the Knight of Swords at top speed, the long arm of the law, the final stretch of the King of Wands, truth, coming in under the radar, coming home as fast as he can. He's saying to the Divine Feminine, please don't be depressed. Centrally is the Two of Cups, a deep bond and emotional fulfillment. As the Empress reversed may be disabled or refusing to move or work, but can't stop the innocent pure love of the twins in union, and the King of Pentacles with Hermit shedding light on his worthiness. The twins recovering into each other's hearts, while the Emperor reversed connected to business. The bonds of the mother and son, the son and wealth, and the bond of souls of pure love are challenged by the Page of Swords. News, message, immature communication only needs a little bit of light. The Queen of Swords speaking her truth, and the little boy soaking it up, wanting a hug from her, the Queen of Cups loving self. So here comes up the parallel with the masculine needing a mother's love right now. He, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, who's been grounding and integrating an offer of love and inspired to become the King of Cups to her Queen of Cups, and recover in a practical way from the Emperor reversed, out of control, connected to working or being a workaholic. The Knight of Cups offers love to bring emotional fulfillment to family, and the Queen of Wands reversed, who's looking the other way, she's only focused on the coin, the money on her brain, as she sees it slipping away with the Magician reversed, scammer, or her own insecurities and manipulative ways. Standing up for self or defending the Dark Empress reversed, their brokenness or broke, or with cancer issues, and there's new growth. Now crowning is the Ten of Cups, dumping a load to keep the appearance of the high vibration up, while feeding the low vibration to the sham fam, giving up or surrendering. The Queen of Pentacles surrenders to love of the King of Swords, while the family is stuck in the past and synchronicities and options are exhausting the King of Wands reversed, dumping all their responsibilities. The Emperor reversed, related to the family business and relationship, is all business, nothing else. He needs help, money, or an opportunity or an invitation to make an announcement, get the final judgment, or needs help with the wake-up call to action at work or place of procreation. The Knight of Cups offers love, clinging to painful end or death, being dumped, overwhelmed, pushed to their emotional limits with lies, splits, and BS of the past. With the sham fam, finding peace and letting go of the Queen of Wands reversed, finding peace with the Queen of Swords speaking their truth, him supporting her under the radar, wanting reunion or at least peace and joy with the Dark Empress or the group of manipulators. It's coming up as the Dark Empress and her group of manipulators. So the group looks positive on the outside, but they're being manipulated by the ringleader, the Dark Empress. The Taurus or Scorpio suddenly standing up and defending the group, and her Dark Mother defending her manipulativeness due to her insecurities, illness, or a painful death from cancer, or just always on the warpath, running roughshod over everyone in her path. Soon the shadow is reversed, detoxing the shadow side to offer love and a new life, to get her a new car or help her out, with cancer bills. If she comes clean about unhappiness, lack of satisfaction, that she is never happy or arrogant, deceptive, moody, and inspired to hurt others who have made their own way. False inspiration stems from brokenness and betrayal, when sovereign is just working to align with desires and speak their truth, and be loving and not fight or be conflicted about their own comfort. And this can come up as the masculine or the feminine. When I pulled 12 cards for the 12 signs, and the sovereign came up for Taurus energy, so that could definitely be a masculine or a feminine, as being single with everything that they need. It also can represent the divine feminine as being single with everything that they need. Okay, so the sovereign is healing the shadow by offering love, time, and energy to those who are broken, who are on the warpath with illness or just general unhappiness. The divine masculine is coming up as the Knight of Swords, and by the way, in the 12 signs, the Knight of Swords came up under Scorpio. The divine masculine is Knight of Swords. That's how he sees himself. Sending 5D messages in separation, settling out, almost complete the cycle, while the sealed divine feminine is waiting in the wings in another world, floating with the Queen of Wands reversed, trying to block her efforts. Depressed group trying to block the Knight of Wands after working hard to rush back passionately, after not sleeping and rising above the Queen of Wands reversed, trying to take over his world. So it's like the group, she's trying to block the feminine while the group is trying to block him from leaving. Separation comes up, religious factors, forgiving and learning, make the effort, flirt, and very soon come up for the masculine here. Around the divine masculine, or how he's seen, is the Eight of Wands, expressing feelings and energetic exchange, a lot of back and forth, dumping attachments to draining people and things, situations and illnesses, and living in the past. Because remember, if you end up being around a lot of ill people, it's because you're resonating with that. Your subconscious energies are drawing in what you need to clear. So if illness comes into your life, it's in your subconscious world. So they're showing it in your face. So you'll bring it up to your consciousness and let it go and release it. So then you'll no longer draw illness into your life. Grieving the loss and regret, purging it out, being strong and not looking back, taming the inner beast, and dealing with Leo and or ego head on, as well as Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, and Capricorn energies. The masculine needs to clear blocks of going through the portal, the fear of the change, the fear of death experiences, walking away and within, needing to express their feelings and energetic exchange to connect with a deep bond and come together to co-create. And that was at 12:59, the minute before the hour, so the 11th hour, at 12:59, right before the clock strikes 1. So at 1 o'clock is the Magician with big source backup, the 2 zeros. Pride comes up for the masculine, new beginnings, but even more so, love partnership. Recovering from abandonment, homelessness, having a hard time expressing his heart to his home, the divine feminine's heart. The King of Pentacles and Akashic Records are coming together, and asking why with the Dark Empress. Like, why was he connected to the Dark Empress in his Akashic Records? Now standing up for self and fending off others for new passion and growth as the King of Pentacles with emotional fulfillment, standing up for the Queen of Pentacles suddenly, or her mind-blowing epiphanies, abundant family of his dreams, and patient angels taking one step at a time, alchemizing the indigo reversed, who comes up as insecure and manipulative, to the Knight of Wands, who's upright, moving passionately to injustice, divorce, and letting go of some money, time, or energy to fix, repair, and make amends, whether it's to house, kids, and others hurt by the manipulations. Home is the divine feminine's heart, reaping rewards of the 5D messages and energetic exchange. The Queen of Wands reverse connection is challenged by message, news, a child who talks, or detoxing fear of change, death, or near-death experience, with family or completing an emotional cycle, the lineage, the Akashic Records, to be the King of Pentacles, alchemizing insecurities with his passion, to let go of injustice and to find emotional happiness. Home with the Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed, but in the divine feminine's heart, bonded to true happiness, challenged by communications or immature communications, news or messages. The Knight of Swords, 5D messaging to the divine feminine to detox the energetic exchange and the fear of change, and walking through that 4D to 5D portal to be the King of Pentacles, the master of his destiny, not fighting injustice, but rather expanding happiness. So that was a really positive read for the masculine. I'll show you the cards, and then we're going to get right into the 12 card read. Okay, so there's your 4 flames in the foundation with the 2 kings behind it and the chariot reversed. Then we have the Queen of Wands reversed there. The foundation here is the 7 of crystals, the divine feminine's heart. The center is the 2 of cups upright today, challenged by the seeker of orbs, which is swords. The other underlying energy there, which is where you see the Empress upright and the 2 kings reversed, along with the page of pentacles. Crowning here is the 10 of cups upright, and you see the lovers with the King of Swords there too, with the Queen of Pentacles, which can very much be the divine feminine. Scrolling across here, the bridge to the near future, which is the shadow, which is reversed, the devil card today. Then we have the masculine, how he sees himself is that Knight of Swords upright. Messenger of Truth now, which is usually the feminine, is now transferring to the masculine. The 8 of Flames is around him, which is also upright, so we are getting energetic exchange and expression of feelings, which is great. Then we have the portal energies here and there that he needs, the blocks he needs to clear about going through the portal. That card is actually reversed there, the fear of change. And then we end up with the Master of Ceremonies, the Master of Pentacles, or crystals in this deck. The Akashic Records, which is the final king in the deck. The pentacles or crystals is the final suit, okay? So he is upright, and then we have the alchemy card also upright, which is the temperance card. Then we have the indigo up above that. Magician's definitely reversed today, and then the Knight of Wands, which is upright today. And that's it for the mini deck there. All right, so now we're going to get into the 12 signs and see what's up today. And I have a picture of the read from earlier, so we'll see how it changes. I keep forgetting to tell you the other cards when I tell you I'm going to tell you what they are, but all right, let's see what we have here. All right, so this is the, I don't know if you can see it well on here, but this is the read. It gets blurry when I usually try to show this online, okay? But this is the read from earlier. So I'll try to bring them up and not forget this time as I do the other cards. That was just a little while ago, like maybe an hour ago, maybe not even. All right, so take a deep breath, you guys. This is for all 12 signs, Aries to Pisces, October 16, 2019, for the best and highest good of all that is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies. All negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all that is concerned, and filling those empty spaces with only beautiful, divine, love and diamond light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have had some sage burning here in the beginning of the read as well. All right, so Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs, October 16, 2019, Aries to Pisces. Okay, so Aries has the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Taurus has the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Gemini has the 7 of Pentacles. And Cancer has the 8 of Pentacles. Leo has the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Virgo has the 9 of Cups reversed. Libra has the 4 of Swords upright. And Scorpio has the 3 of Swords reversed. Sag has the Sun reversed. Capricorn has the 3 of Wands upright. Aquarius has the Ace of Swords reversed. And Pisces has the 2 of Cups reversed. There's a bit of negative energy hanging over us today, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I'm going to pull the after cards here, which we'll deal with at the end. All right, so leave that with the Judgment. Pull some more cards here. So we go from the Judgment here, which is one stop, and then we do a little juggling. That's not bad. To the Hangman, and then there's some expression of feelings. I'm going to leave it there, and then we have the the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, which will go to the fire sign. So the first column is fire, earth, air, and then water. Earth has the 7 of Cups at the top. Air has the 4 of Cups, and then water has the Moon. And then we end up here on the 2 of Swords, down below. All right, we're also going to pull out the Kipper deck, and the Thoth deck for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. And as I do each specific sign, I'll show you what card came up on the prior read, so you can get more information about that sign. Okay, Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. Aries to Pisces, October 16, 2019. Okay. So for Aries, we have poverty. For Taurus, we have child. Gemini has the gift. Cancer has judication. Leo has the coffin. Virgo has the community. Libra has bad health. Scorpio has the pathway. Sagittarius has the house. Capricorn, concern. Aquarius, marriage. But there's a lie. That could be a breakup as well. There's a split. The Ace of Swords is reversed there. And then Pisces has the mature man. And then for everybody, we have toil and labor today. That's the way it might feel. And unexpected income. Let's see what else comes up with you. So it's all about the work today. So everyone's kind of like bleh about work today. And then the false person. That came up on Leo earlier with the Empress reversed. One more. And then there's a message of concern around that. Okay, so that's all we're going to pull from that deck. And then we have the underlying energy here for that deck is the wealthy man with the mature woman. So that can definitely be him and his mother and the changes that need to happen. This also can be a partner. It doesn't have to be his mother. This can be his partner, his mother, or his wife or love partner. Okay, so it could be different things. But we have changes and going on a journey, so there could be some travel involved here. But great fortune may have come in. He's coming up as the wealthy man. So he may have come into money or inheritance recently. And then we have the Thoth deck, so take another deep breath, guys. So for October 16, 2019, Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. For Aries, we have the Chariot reversed. Definitely some brokenness there for Aries. Taurus, Prince of Wands. It's kind of like a page of Wands, but a masculine. For Gemini, we have Abundance reversed. For Cancer, we have Valor. So they're standing up for themselves or someone else. Then we have Leo, which is it's like the Temperance card, but it's called Art in this, but it's reversed. That's for Leo. So they may be losing their temper. Not very creative or artistic. All right, then Virgo has Failure, okay, which is like the 7 of Discs. So that's like it's interesting that they call this failure because that's not how I see it. I see it as reaping the rewards, right? But the universe may consider this failure because you're not expanding when you're just, when you're just taking advantage of relaxing and reaping your rewards. Then we have Libra as completion. And Scorpio as futility. which is the Seven of Swords. Then we have the Sagittarius as the World, complete. Capricorn as the Princess of Discs, so the Page of Pentacles, except the feminine energy. And then we have Aquarius, the Queen of Cups, reversed. So it's definitely, if it's not a divorce, they're not getting along there at all. This is Pisces, oppression, which is the Ten of Wands, all right? So the need to drop their burden. And then for everybody, we have the Emperor, right? So that's, you know, the person, it's like the little man is struggling right now because of the Emperor controlling at work. The Emperor has all the luxury and the happiness. And the Knight of Wands reversed, all right? So it could be a player, right? Or someone who's holding back their passions. Or that's the little man, you know, who has to hold back all the time. And this is disappointment reversed. This is the Five of Cups. So letting go of disappointment, which is good. But then we have sorrow, which is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords. All right. So the bottom of this deck is death. So it may have been a passing or a death of a situation, a job, a relationship, whatever it is. There's definitely a death ending. This is upright. And then we have the moon. So it's something shadowy, dark. It could have been some kind of manipulation. It's not clear what really happened. All right. There's no victory here. This is the Six of Wands reversed. So under the radar or feeling like a failure. All right. This is definitely shadowy death. Not the kind of clear-cut, you know, ending that you want to see. There's definitely manipulation and shadowy aspects around it. All right, so we're going to start with Aries. Remember, the fire signs have the Ace of Wands reversed at the top. So it's definitely feeling frustrated, stuck, blocked, creatively blocked, no growth, unable to conceive. This is the fire energy for today. The Ace of Pentacles is reversed, which can be great riches, but it also can be the dark side of great riches, which is the other extreme, the poverty, okay? Or it could be impoverished spiritually because of the great wealth. So this can be either delayed, holding back money, not getting the loan, or it can be the other extreme of great riches, but impoverished as far as your emotions or your spiritual world. Or you're just completely broke, okay? And then we have the Chariot, which is broken. So the car is broken, so you're on foot. Or this could be a canceled trip or a canceled move, or leaving behind great wealth and no car because you'd rather be free, okay? So let's see what else comes up for Aries. Aries came up earlier as the High Priestess reversed and the Main Man. Yeah. And the fire signs actually had the Page of Pentacles up top. So a student who needs to learn as opposed to allowing your frustrations to get the best of you. For Aries, like freeing yourself. There is a wealthy man coming up earlier, but not using your intuition or becoming a wealthy man because a secret came out. Let's see what's coming up here. Possibly about the third energy, because we have the Ace of Wands reversed up top, which is controlling that third energy. So let's see, the main male and Aries. Why do they have the High Priestess reversed? And then here we have poverty with the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Chariot reversed, the brokenness. Okay, so again we have the Ace of Wands reversed, which is at the top of the fire signs, along with the Strength card. So needing to tame your inner beast, the third energy, right? Also can be a Leo around you. So for Aries, it's leaving behind something and the need to control your passions. To be strong for now. Maybe not sleeping and needing to rise above. Or not using your intuition and you need to use your intuition. And maybe being strong isn't the right thing. Maybe you need to allow yourself to be weak, to feel weak and surrender. It's kind of going back and forth as whether or not to let go of the wealth or not, right? To be the student of energy, to see all angles of the situation, feeling frustrated. There's just a lot of frustration here and lack of sleep, and hard to be strong with this situation. Okay, someone feeling detached, unloving. Could be someone who drinks or manipulative. Okay, but doesn't want to be. It could just be because of lack of sleep and because of the frustrations they're dealing with. All right, and then we have the moon reverse. This is dark, deceptive energy here. Okay, so this King of Cups is being deceptive and manipulative here. And they could drink as well. It's a little shadowy as far as what's actually going on with Aries, which is a clue to what's going on with them. For Leo, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is feeling powerless, a loss of power, money, and independence, or you are completely dependent on someone else, or you're draining someone else, or draining your own finances. Frustrated, no passion, an end that happened, whether it's a death or end to your money supply ran out, an end to it. But this is the Angel or the Temperance card reversed. So this is losing your temper, your patience, and you're losing your temper and patience got the best of you. And it caused the end of a situation, or you got cut off from your money supply. And there's art here too. You may have lost some artwork because you were impatient. I'm not sure what that means, but that might be a specific message for someone. But it's very much about losing your patience and frustrations here. So here's before what came up for Leo was the Empress. All right, the Empress reversed and the False Person, which is number 8, which again is Leo energy, the Strength card. So the Empress reverse may have cut you off. That's Leo. Whew, I'm sweating major right now for Leo. I'm getting like really hot. Sagittarius, the Sun reversed. So Leo's really pissed. I'm feeling it. The Sun reversed for Sagittarius along with the house and the universe, which is the completion of the world. But this is, you know, there ain't no sunshine when she's gone is what I'm getting. Like they have the house and their world's complete, but either there's some illness or draining kids around, or they're just not happy because they're alone at home and ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So that's Sagittarius coming up there. So there may be some illness, or somebody might have just passed away, or just frustrated. Let's see what Sag had before. Sag had this before. So they had the Page of Wands upright and the occupation. So inspired by an occupation, but not sure if they have enough energy between taking care of the house and completing a cycle to go into this occupation that they're inspired to do. They're frustrated. So why is Sagittarius frustrated? Again. All right, so they got the same thing as, was that Leo? Or was that Aries? I can't even remember. My brain is so bad. But again, it's the same energy of feeling frustrated, needing to control their passions, their sexual and their creative blocks, their no growth, inability to conceive. Maybe they just have, it's hard for them to conceive of the notion of this twin flame thing actually being real. Needing to tame the inner beast, rising above, possibly no sleep, maybe levitating that they're so sleep deprived. If they're so sleep deprived, how can they go on with their new passion, right? And again, this King of Cups and deception. So this could have to do, again, with the Empress controlling the two brothers, the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Okay, so it seems like all the fire signs are kind of in similar situations. All right, let's go to Taurus. Now, the Earth signs have the Seven of Cups at the top. And that's all about seeing synchronicities, having options and choices. What do you want to do today? And heaven in their eyes as well, that dreams are real. So for Taurus, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Child, and then the Prince of Wands. So there's a masculine child energy and a feminine child energy, both here. But in a turn of fate, in a slowdown of time, or it's just not time yet, or this could be in a turn of fate as far as something negative happening. But this is upright. The masculine energy of the Page of Wands. And this is like a Chariot card. He's like coming in on a chariot. It's like the inner masculine and the inner feminine. Like he's coming in to rescue the little girl. The little boy's coming in to rescue the little girl. But maybe it's not quite time. It's like the little children in you have all the dreams. They believe in dreams still. It's just they need divine timing on their side. So let's see what Taurus had. So before we had the Five of Cups on top, and Taurus had the Nine of Pentacles here and the Gift, which is 17. So now they have 18, which is the child. Maybe the child is the gift. Independence. Independence. Let's see. Maybe the child's independence. So there may be a child who's leaving the home. We've got all their dreams come true. Maybe your grown child grew up and actually someone asked them to marry them. They could be leaving the nest, but it's just not time yet, or maybe they just have to wait. Let's see what's coming up for Taurus. All right, so Taurus, the Nine of Pentacles comes up again, upright for Taurus. So there is some kind of breakup or lack of affection, being single again. This could be gaining your single status again after having been married or taken. But things aren't quite wrapped up yet with whatever you left behind. So there could be children involved, whether it's a masculine and a feminine child, or that's the masculine and feminine's inner children dealing with it's not quite time yet, but becoming single is part of the process and leaving behind a love relationship or just a affectionate relationship, whether it's children, that kind of thing, they're growing up and leaving the nest, or needing to detach from a child that you don't get along with anymore, which is possible as well. Not able to communicate with them. Okay, this is someone not expressing their feelings or just bad back and forth. You just can't communicate with them anymore. They're too independent. They refuse to listen to you. So that could be coming up with, see, there's always a war. Could be definitely dealing with your children. Or like I said, the masculine and feminine's inner children. But it's not quite time yet. Then we have Virgo with the Nine of Cups reversed, the community and failure. And that's the Seven of Discs. So usually for me, the Seven of Discs is about reaping rewards. But while you're reaping rewards, your money's going downwards. And this is spending time with the community. The community has taken you in, but still not happy because you maybe haven't found your mission or what's going to make you happy. You have all these choices. Maybe you feel overwhelmed by the choices that you have. But right now you're taking solace in the arms of the community for which you live. So let's see. It's also just general unhappiness and being alone, That the community has been very nice, but you need to find what the kind of work that makes you happy, what kind of creative work you like to do. And also, you're not happy alone because you want a partner to do things with. So let me show you what else came up for before Virgo before was the Fool, along with the Coffin. Okay, so something had to die. You might have someone literally might have fell to their death, or that could be dark night, actually. So for Virgo, this is about a home, a marriage, celebration, a party, and this is going into the fire signs here. This could be fire signs. This is a fire sign in union with a Virgo. So the fire sign's dealing with all this, the third energy and everything, but connected to this other world, but while in union with the Virgo, and the Virgo is very unhappy alone because they feel this energy coming through. So that's very much a twin thing. Again, not sleeping, but rising above, trying to do their best, but the Virgo maybe have the comfort of home on their own, dealing with the energy, as opposed to the fire signs who are dealing with a lot of other people while feeling the third energy coming through. Just home, frustrated, being strong, trying to tame the beast, rising above, not always getting enough sleep, and possibly, again, dealing with this water sign, the King of Cups and the Moon energy. This is definitely Cancer energy, who may be deceptive and doing something that you're not aware of. Okay. All right, let's see here. So again, it's about you have options, only one thing standing out to you. So go for it. Capricorn has the Three of Wands being present, but there's concern here with the Princess of Discs. So that can be a child who's a it could be like the Page of Pentacles, but a feminine. So this could be a father who's concerned about this feminine because they're young. Could be someone who works for you as well, who acts like a child, but he's present. He's presently concerned about this girl. Definitely could be his daughter. Or it could be his partner as well, but she's very young. So it's more likely the child. Maybe the child has too many options, and maybe he spoiled her and now is regretful of that because he sees how it's affecting them. So this is for Capricorn. Why does Capricorn have this energy? And before, Capricorn had the World along with the official person. So maybe he gave her too much, but somebody's world is definitely coming to a complete cycle officially. Can be a graduation coming up in December. Nope. Capricorn. All right, these guys flew out for Capricorn. All right, so present again. It's the same card that they got. Present to success, good news, attention, leading the way, back on the horse again. But here is holding back an announcement or holding your tongue. This can be verbal abuse, but that's not the energy I'm getting from this. I'm getting someone who's holding their tongue. They always held back their thoughts because they wanted the other person to be free to do what they wanted. But now they see that they're getting themselves into trouble because maybe they got too much attention in their life. And the father is being present to what's going on here. Could be in reference to a Queen of Pentacles. But she's upright. She could be the one who's concerned. It doesn't have to be. It's a masculine depicted here. But there could be a Queen of Pentacles related to the child as well. This could be the child who's out of control. So that princess, the Princess of Discs is coming upright, but she may feel justified in whatever she does. But they may feel like she's a wild child and needs to get under control. The mother here has no peace, or she has no peace. She's upright but with no peace. But I'm not getting this as the one that's with concern. I believe she's concerned along with this other guy who's successful or concerned about this energy. Like flying off the handle or off at the mouth, like a child who just speaks whatever garbage comes out of their mouth and is going to get them into trouble one day and gives them no peace. See, there's the Emperor reversed. Out of control. Or he's just upset. He could be the man who's concerned. All right, they're just getting over it. They may need to detach from this child. See, there's a split here. So it could be a split in the divorce. The children may be acting up as well. So let's go on to Gemini and see what we have here. So all the air signs have the Four of Cups up top, and that's about grounding and integrating that offer of love coming in from the universe, from Source, from God. They already have these three of Cups, and that can represent the Three of Cups, like they have people to party with and hang out with, or a group that they're associated with, and now they have this offer of love and contemplating what to do with this. So this is about Gemini, right, reaping the rewards of their efforts and thinking and dreaming about what they want to do with all of this, with a gift coming in here, and this could be the gift. And then this is abundance, though. It's like it's saying, I have this, I'm okay, but it's not the abundance that I want. It's like not being grateful for what you have. And this isn't coming up as the Empress. This is coming up as the Three of Cups. So this is kind of like feeling, this is someone who's overindulgent. Could be the third party too, that the third party is a gift, but this person doesn't feel worthy of it, doesn't feel like they have enough. All right. So some just need to be grateful for what you have. And this is definitely, again, the energy of the person contemplating the offer of love. Am I worthy of this love? Maybe they think that this love is a great gift, but they don't feel worthy of it. Maybe they don't feel like they have enough money to keep them in the lifestyle they're accustomed to. But the other person may not give a crap. And I just read, I was guided to Lincoln last night. I was definitely getting Abraham Lincoln wanted to come through last night. And I did get a little bit of a signature that came through when I was writing, because I asked, if you want to come through. I wasn't able to get a full signature, but it definitely was crazy, the feeling I felt. I never experienced that before. It was like the beginning of trying to spell Lincoln, but it wasn't able to follow through. But the connection between Lincoln and his wife, she came from a very affluent family, and they broke up because he didn't feel like he could support her in the lifestyle that she would be accustomed to. And so then they do end up getting back together. But, she had to live and take care of the children and not have people wait hand and foot on her. But they definitely were committed to each other. So that was maybe that's the reason why that came up last night. So for Gemini, why do we have these energies for Gemini? Gemini, did I show this to you already? Yeah, Gemini had the Temperance card and the Message of Concern. So being patient, but concerned. Gemini. All right. So Gemini there's two women, and this could definitely be a relationship between these two. Like one doesn't feel like she's worthy of the other. But this is someone who might just be sad. Someone's walking away and within to process these feelings about the truth that this person's been speaking. Maybe it's hurting this person, but there's definitely two feminines here. Maybe you need a time out between each other. She's talking about fulfilling their dreams. So this person may feel like, well, when are you going to have time for me if this is everything that you're spending time with? All right, but this is more about detoxing all of the wounding within. And this person could actually benefit from this, because that helps to detox the wounds. She may be working on detoxing her wounds so that she can have the life and family of her dreams. And again, it's like the one person just not feeling worthy of the other. So it's about, you need to work on yourself. Go within. That's what's going on. Like there's a time out to go within right now for Gemini. To have patience, take one step at a time, come together, and then you may need to go apart for a little bit again to process, to ground and integrate. But there's definitely a message of concern that came through earlier. All right, so for Libra, we have the Four of Swords here. So this could be resting, bad health. Somebody could just have a cold, or they could be lovesick. They could have ascension symptoms, so they're laid up. Or someone could have passed away, but I'm not getting the death card here, but it's possible here with this. And then we have completion, all right? So that could be that someone has passed. It's nothing new. It's not a prediction. This is something that's already happened. Or someone's sick because of this completion, whether it's a death or an end of a relationship, an end of a job, whatever it is, someone's feeling sick because of it, or ascension symptoms, or a cold, or whatever it is, they're just sick. It looks like they're either the person offering love or trying to ground and integrate this offer of love, and maybe they're sick about it. So Libra before had, again, bad health came up again, but it was the Six of Swords there. So they were finding peace. This was like traveling to a peaceful place. Now they found a peaceful place because they're at home resting, but they both got bad health, so it came up twice in a row. So why does Libra have bad health, completion, and the Four of Swords? Okay, so this is connected to Gemini because that's about reaping the rewards of your efforts or not feeling worthy, not like you're enough, to offer this big gold coin to one who's so aligned with their own desires, to the magician who's able to manifest maybe not feeling like he's enough. This is someone who's lost wealth and status or is all about the money. Maybe after a breakup, they feel like they're not this anymore because they don't have everything they used to have because of their breakup. So how can I break up and then be with you, because then I can't offer you what you deserve? So he's saying with this little, and Gemini is saying the same thing, with this little bit that I have, how do I offer you the world? When you've already aligned with all of your desires and you're able to give yourself the world. The King of Pentacles is reversed. I've lost money and status, or I'm just ungrounded from a breakup, or lack of affection, and need to ground myself as a single person. So that's coming up here. And that came up for Taurus as well. So Libra could have Taurus in their chart. They just need to get used to being single again. Or maybe recover some finances as well. So they're still contemplating. And they need to get better too. They're not feeling well. Ace of Swords is reversed for Aquarius, as well as marriage, and Queen of Cups reversed. So that looks like a split in a marriage of a Queen of Cups reversed. And someone might be trying to get back together, or they split up because there's an offer of love up top there. So let's see what else is coming up for Aquarius. Aquarius has had before the Ten of Pentacles reversed, so that's the loss of a family member, or a lot of money or inheritance, and with a message that came through. So this could be with a breakup, a split. There's definitely a split here of a marriage. With the Queen of Cups reversed, who could have been manipulative. But there could be a big loss of money with this, with the message about this. All right, so this is for Aquarius. Needing to settle out, regain balance, feeling defenseless to the energies and attacks from others, but needing to settle out and find balance again. With the death, whatever the death was, could be a physical death, a death of a marriage, a death of a friendship or a business, or dealing with a child who you can't deal with anymore. All right, trying to steal back what was taken from you. This is like also the Dark Knight walking across the 4D bridge to take back what was stolen from you and get clarity and make a final decision. So it's definitely about some kind of breakup or ending, especially with marriage, whether it's a marriage of a romantic kind or a marriage in business. Either way, it's about balancing and settling out, but feeling defenseless to the energies right now and attacks, possibly in a death ending, or just Dark Knight trying to get across the bridge to take a risk to get back what was taken from you and get clear on making a decision while the Hermit's shedding light on the situation. And the Hermit may have actually given the Aquarius the clarity that they needed. All right, so then we go to the water signs. The water signs all have the moon up top. So that can be some shady false light, right? Nothing's clear. We had the King of Pentacles, or excuse me, the King of Wands up there before, along with, for Cancer, is the Three of Pentacles with the thoughts, the man thinking about the woman. And there's Three Pentacles reversed, so it could be somebody through work. And then the King of Wands was up top for the water signs. So with Cancer here, we have the Eight of Pentacles, adjudication, and valor. So this is somebody trying to get all their ducks in a row, working on details, paperwork, aligning with their desires, all the notches on their post, but this is more financial as opposed to romantic. This is about all the projects you've done, getting a resume together. For adjudication, whether it's a divorce, a breakup of a partnership, and needing to get another job, needing to stand up for yourself in court, or whatever this adjudication is. Standing up for yourself or others. So this is for Cancer, but we have the moon standing up to the false light, standing up to the King of Wands. Let's see what else comes up for Cancer. All right, so again, we have the frustration and the strength, needing to be strong, taming the inner beast, the third energy that comes through, the lack of growth, the lack of conception. Okay, so this Queen of Pentacles could have Leo in her chart. But again, the King of Wands came up earlier, so it could be dealing with one or the other. One or the other could have Cancer in their chart or be a Cancer. And then we have the energy at the top. The moon is Cancer. So just need to stand up for yourself and others. And not allowing this to get the best of you, to lose your temper. And staying calm and grounded like this, taming your inner beast. It's all about, you know, gaining control over yourself and your emotions and your passions and rising above, even with lack of sleep. Especially if you have to go into court with adjudication. Again, we're all dealing with this. This can be the Cancer. This is a manipulative Cancer energy who either drinks, has a drinking issue, is manipulative, or is emotionally detached. And does, you know, if they're liars and they don't give a crap about you and you have to fight them in court, you know, it's very difficult because you have to stand your ground and be very calm and practical the whole time when you're dealing with someone who has no problem with lying in court. So it could be something like that. But the Cancer energy is not coming up well unless that's a Scorpio King of Cups reversed, or Pisces. But it's coming up for Cancer with the moon at the top, so it could be any of the water signs, actually. So it doesn't have to be Cancer, but it can be, for sure. Then we have Scorpio with the Three of Swords reversed, healing, forgiving, possibly healing from a surgery. Maybe that's why Libra's down if they have Scorpio in their chart, because they had some surgery and they're healing from it, for a pathway, to go on a new pathway, but maybe feeling right now it's futile. With the Seven of Swords, maybe they feel like the risk is too great for the surgery or for the risk that they want to take. So before, Scorpio had the Lovers and the Knight of Swords. So this can definitely be about a mask. The masculine came up as the Knight of Swords. So this is definitely a masculine wanting to go for the lover, but not sure whether the risk is, you know, worth it. So Scorpio, why do we have these cards here? What's that again? The pathway. All right, so healing, forgiving, to go on path and take the risk. Why? All right, because they need to end the family and walk away. They need to walk away from this manipulation and go toward the one who speaks their truth. All right, so this came up between, was this Gemini? I can't remember, but the two women. So this can not only be a relationship between two women, but also the karmic and the divine feminine, because it's like the masculine contemplating, is the risk worth it, having to leave the whole family behind with this manipulative energy, but then coming to someone who's speaking their truth, and dreams come true, okay, with detoxing. So, and the dream family, is the risk worth it? That's what they're saying. And love, look at that. Look at that, and the co-creation. All right, so there's your answer, Scorpio. Then we have Pisces, who was before the, I don't know if I'm going to stay up there, that's the Five of Wands, and then the Journey came up for Pisces. The Five of Wands is reversed. Here, Pisces is getting the Two of Cups reversed, the mature man, and feeling oppressed. All right, this is oppression, the Ten of Wands, carrying too much of the weight, the load in the relationship. Obviously, there's a relationship that needs to disconnect. The man may be much older than you for Pisces, unless you're the older man. But feeling oppressed and like things are shady because you have the moon there. There's not everything's lit up, so you don't know all there is to know about this man, or vice versa about the woman. So let's see why. Pisces isn't fighting, isn't conflicted. They know that they're on a journey. Okay, that they're right now they're isolating and just shedding light. They're being wise, holding back their passions, maybe falling short on energy because they know they're on a journey, and that's why it's difficult with this person. The Knight of Cups is not being their truth. They're not offering or receiving love. Maybe there's some jealousy issues, insincerity, duplicitous. Maybe if you don't know everything. This can also be someone isolating with their two kids, which are very difficult because they're both reversed and just going out and doing whatever they want. And this could be in a relationship too, where you're not living together and they're each are just doing what they want to do. They're not ready to commit because maybe they haven't found their dreams yet and they're not sure of themselves. They're healing and they're dreaming, but here this person's not offering love and this person's not offering any passion. This person's running short on their energy and this person doesn't trust. And there's that King of Wands who was at the top in the earlier read. So this person, you know, I don't know if you can trust this person. He seems good. He's upright. He's got dreams, but he's also doesn't trust. So how can you fully give your passions and just stay home alone when they're not offering you everything openly? So that's a tough situation. But these two knights, you know, that's not the energy you want. You want them to be upright. I mean, this is good and this is good, but this is not. Maybe he doesn't feel, maybe this person's younger and this person doesn't feel like you got it all together yet. Maybe you're living with another roommate and he's on his own and he's got it together. But there's definitely a disconnect here. A brokenness with Pisces. Pisces is carrying the weight of the world. Maybe Pisces is the one who's more mature and they're carrying the weight of the world for a more mature man, whether it's someone you're in a relationship with or a brother or father, just carrying the weight of that and not knowing the whole story because we have the moon up there. So now we're done with all of the signs. We have the Two of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck. All right, so all this energy is coming up at the bottom of the deck. So some kind of death, dark night, big transformation. Definitely some risky energy going on here, but now clarity. It was a risk to get the information, but now all the information's in and they can make a decision with clarity now. So that's good. All right, so we had death and wealthy man. So wealthy man definitely may have passed recently, but it's not like news today. So there may have been money that was left or discussions with different people about inheritances and it's not what you expected or someone's not getting it that did expect to get it. We had here clarity here, even though the moon at the full moon was kind of shady, about an offer of love that came in and grounding and integrating that offer and what dreams does it bring to you and is there anything else that you want or is that the one? But needing to hold back your passions and deal with the third energy issues. So for everybody, we got the Emperor and luxury, you know, so the Emperor has everything and they seem to be all happy, but the Knight of Wands reversed is holding back, is falling short, holding back their passions or running out of energy, maybe because he's getting older. He can't do what he used to do. But there's no disappointment. He's getting over this. Whatever he can't do anymore, he's getting over it now. But there's still some sorrow here. As far as the Three of Swords, there's some heartbreak. Or maybe it's the Three of Swords because he needs to have some kind of heart treatment, whether it's heart surgery or whatever, because, you know, he's getting older and he found out something about his health. So that could be. Then we have toil and labor, unexpected income. Someone's been working very hard, but finally gets some unexpected income through their occupation, but this person's false, so can you believe them? And now there's a message of concern. Like maybe you were promised some money and now you're not getting it. So this person may have been lying to you. This person may have a ton of money and you don't understand why they could do that to you because you're the little guy, right? Like a little money doesn't mean anything to them, but it means a lot to you. So that's what that's coming up about. So here we have for the fire signs, they end up on the Page of Cups reversed, so feeling rejected, vulnerable, shy, or this could be a spoiled brat energy as well. For the fire signs, it could be a child who's out of control as well, or just shy and vulnerable, feeling rejected. Then for the earth signs, we have imbalance here, an inequitable distribution, or someone scammed you. Someone took you for all you're worth, or just a relationship that's never been fair, and it's still not corrected here. For the air signs, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So she's just ungrounded, or she could be all about money and could care less about love. All right? Or she could have lost a lot of money. Job, status, all that kind of stuff. And then we end up with water in surrender. So water may the full moon may have caused water to be forced into surrender. There may be some depression, loss of hope here, with a final judgment that came in, or announcements, or that wake-up call to action to everyone. And that maybe cause you to, at the full moon, to get back to balance and doing the dance. Hopefully you're being authentic to you and not like pretending to be one thing while you're hiding something else. And then we have the Queen of Swords coming into speaking her truth, doing the dance, speaking her truth, hanging out and being wise to see new perspectives when feeling like your hands are tied, and expressing back and forth your true feelings. Okay, so a lot of feelings need to come out and be expressed, is what I'm getting here. Yep. So drink your water, guys. Get your exercise and your rest, your joy. Commune with nature and rise and be love. You know the journey. It's all up to you to find your own happiness, what you love to do. And when we have days like this, you know, just take a nap or do something to treat yourself. We definitely got some tower energies coming up today, so I'm curious to know if anything comes up for you guys. Let me know in the comments, okay? Rise and be love, you guys. Take it easy.